Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike Green. I'm one of the owners of 1A Auto. I want to help you save time and money repairing and maintaining your vehicle. I'm going to use my 20+ years experience restoring and repairing cars and trucks like this to show you the correct way to install parts from 1AAuto.com. The right parts installed correctly. That's going to save you time and money. Thank you and enjoy the video.
In this video we'll be replacing a power window motor in a 2001 Chevy Impala, the same as any 2000 to 2005 Impala. The tools you'll need are a Phillips screwdriver, a Torx screwdriver, a door panel clip tool or putty knife and regular screwdriver, a rag to protect the paint, and a 10mm socket and wrench. Okay, this process is involved, so I'm going to actually fast forward through the door panel removal and installation here at the beginning and the end. If you want to see these in real time, you just can search our other videos for Impala door panel. Also, going to apologize up ahead because it's involved. It's not a difficult thing to do, but it's involved. There is a lot of editing, and this video is kind of choppy, not exactly the best thing that I would want, but I wanted to fit it into one video, and so the editing is a little choppy, but I think if you follow along, use your pause if you need to, if you're doing this in your driveway. It definitely is a good video and tells you what you need to know to replace your power window motor.
Okay, so now we need to remove this water shield and then carefully pull this. You don't want to just rip it. It's a real great way to do it. And it's good like that. So now you're going to re-plug in your power window switch here. Okay, so in order to separate the window from the window regulator, you have to remove this bolt and then remove that bolt. So you just want to pull the window up. You could pull it out. You just pull it into place. Put a little painter's tape on it. I'll add a couple more just for security. Okay, so I've loosened up these 3 bolts for the window motor, and you lift it up and out. Okay, and then you got to reach in and disconnect the wiring harness. And I can't really film it, so I'm going to show it to you afterwards. I'm going to loosen them up pretty good. And now you're going to remove this bolt here. I already loosened it. And then you're going to lift up, and you'll see these 2 bolts go into larger holes. Comes out. And you rotate that kind of forward. Window motor here with it. Eventually, the whole thing comes. Okay, so now I want to remove the power window motor to put a new one on. Okay, you want a nice flat surface. You want to be very careful. Okay, you're going to remove these 3 10mm bolts. This last one comes out. Okay, and on this style it's all together, but whenever you're doing this, no matter what kind of car it is, always be careful, because you don't want the insides of this transmission coming apart. Okay, I can flip this over. This motor comes off. Okay, and you can put the new one on. Okay, again, not every regulator is designed like this, so if you're watching this and you have a different type of car, just be careful when you pull this apart, because it could come apart, the cable could come apart, everything's everywhere, and then your in kind of a world of hurt. Okay, and then we're just going to bolt it back together and put it back on. And obviously take note of how it came apart so you don't put it back together on a different clock position. This is a plastic housing for one, so you don't want to break it. Okay, there we go. We're ready to put it back in the car. Your new or fixed or regulator, and you put the motor in, put the bottom of the regulator in. Okay, so you got your two bolts in here, got your bolts in there. Now I'm going to find my connector and plug it into the bottom of the window motor. Put in this bolt by hand. Okay, now I'm going to tighten everything up in place. Tightened up my 3 regulator bolts and my 3 power window motor bolts. Okay, appears to be working, so it wouldn't get stuck. Okay, now I gently let the window slide down into place with the regulator and install my 2 10mm bolts in there. Put those in and tighten them up. Okay, and we'll turn the car on. And we have regulator up and down. So as you can see, as long as you know what you're doing, it's not that difficult of a job. Really the most difficult part will be is if your window motor was broken, you know, being able to get to those 2 bolts that hold the window to the regulator. Usually if your regulator is the problem, you can force the window to go into the place where you want it and get to it through these access holes. So you put your harnesses back through the plastic. Through, and then use these 2 screw holes here as a reference point. Okay, I'm just holding those right on where they were and then working my way around. Get this all stuck back where it was. Okay, most important is down here. Make sure it's well on here because that's what keeps the water from getting around.
Brought to you by www.1aauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Feel free to call us toll free 888-844-3393, the company that's here for you on the internet and in person. Thank you.